Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a current favorites video. I haven't done one of these in months. Like, I don't even remember the last favorites video I did. So I feel like I have a pretty big collection of stuff that I want to talk about. Stuff that has been my staple for quite a while, covering skincare and then going into makeup. A lot of people have been asking me about my hair. Recently I went really blonde before I went to Watershed. I had Lindsay just put in highlights in my hair. I wanted to wait until all of the purple from Arctic Fox was out. I did put purple in my hair, I want to say like a month ago, and last week it finally all came out. So I decided to go really blonde. I've basically been using the same products on my hair for quite a while. I've been using the Living Proof Damage conditioner and shampoo, and for purple shampoo I've been using the Amika purple, just regular purple shampoo. Those three products I have been using for a really long time and they've been my staple. So, and I mentioned them in a favorites video quite a while ago, and so I just didn't really want to like bring them into the video. So that's my hair care. But I first want to start with skincare because a lot of you have been asking me about skincare. I haven't done a skincare video in a long time either. That's because my skincare has kind of stayed the same too. Some products have swapped in and out, but I've been doing the same thing for a long time now. And I don't know if you guys have noticed in the past month or so, the videos, my skin has been looking really nice. I'm so happy with it, knock on wood. Like, I don't want to ruin it, I don't want to jinx it. Every time I say my skin looks good, I feel like it starts to break out. But yeah, like lately I just haven't been having any issues, so I will go over my skincare routine really quick. So in the morning I usually just rinse my face with water. Like, I don't do anything else. I just rinse my face with water. If it's feeling really greasy, I will take my regular face wash. I've been using the Pacifica Rose Kombucha Flower Powered Face Wash. I will just take a little dollop of that and kind of focus it on my T-zone, not really spreading out to the rest of my face. I don't like to wash my face twice a day because I found that it kind of makes my skin a little bit more drier. And if I wash my face really intensely 2 times a day, my skin breaks out. So I try to take it really easy in the morning, and then I will moisturize with my regular moisturizer. I have been religiously using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness Skin Relief Treatment Moisturizer, and this is for redness and sensitive skin. I need to get another one because it's running out, but that is the only thing that I do in the morning. That's it. I know a lot of people are probably like, what? Like, that's not really a skincare routine. My skincare routine though happens at nighttime in the shower, or if I'm not taking a shower, which I usually always am. I'm a nighttime shower person. I start with the Nature by Nurture Soft Touch Gel to Milk Cleanser. This is like a makeup melting remover product and a cleanser in one. I use this to softly and gently take off all of my face makeup and my eye makeup. I try not to tug at my eyes at all, especially right now. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I got eyelash extensions before I went to Watershed, and by the way, I love them. Like, they're so convenient. Having my eyebrows microbladed and having eyelash extensions, I literally didn't have to do anything. I just put on concealer and highlighter and I was good to go, which is so convenient for camping. So yeah, I forgot to mention that. But so I take it really easy around my eyes, especially now that I have eyelash extensions, and that just melts off my makeup. And then I go in with an extra face wash just to get an extra like cleansing going on. I use the same Pacifica Rose Kombucha face wash. This stuff is amazing. Ever since I started using it, I haven't broken out once. It is so gentle, but it really gets the job done. And then with that face cleanser, sometimes, maybe like once a week, I will go in with my Vanity Planet skin facial brush. I use the silicone brush, by the way. Like, I used to use the regular brushes like all the time, but I recently found out if I use the silicone brush head, I never break out. It's just a really gentle exfoliating brush head. So yeah, I use that probably like once or twice a week just to get an extra deep cleaning. If I don't use this, I just use my fingertips. And then if I want a little extra exfoliation, I don't really do this as much as I used to anymore, probably like a few times a month. I will go in with the Nature by Nurture Glow Remedy Powder to Foam Exfoliator. This stuff is really good if you have like dead skin that you're trying to get off your face, if your face is feeling really rough, if you want to just really get in there and smooth out your skin and make it feel extra soft. I wouldn't use this too much. I wouldn't use it every day. That's too much exfoliating. Your skin needs to recover from exfoliation. But yeah, I use this probably a few times a month just to get that extra like deep clean. And all of that is in the shower, and then I get out of the shower, dampen or wipe off my face, make it dry, and then I go in with the same It Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness moisturizer. This stuff is seriously like so good, guys. I have never used a moisturizer that makes my skin feel so hydrated and just so good, and it actually does take away the redness. It's really amazing. And then at nighttime, I always go in with an eye cream. I use the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Cream, and I just use a very small amount with that. It's really thick. I don't like to over moisturize my under eyes. I don't want to like clog any pores or anything like that. So I just use a very tiny amount, and that is it. And then I usually put on whatever chapstick I have available, and I'm ready to go. I wake up and my face just looks so great. It's really been a really good skincare routine for me. You know, everyone's skin is different, and I think I've finally found kind of a rhythm that really works for me. Okay, now for makeup, I'm gonna start with eyeshadow palettes. You guys can probably guess what I'm gonna be showing you. First, my favorite current eyeshadow palette is the Aspen, Ovard, and Tarte eyeshadow palette. It's just a really good everyday eyeshadow palette if you're just wanting to add a little extra sparkle or whatever. It's very light, very easy to use. The colors blend out great. It has a blush and a highlight for your face, which is really convenient. I've just been using it a lot lately, so I felt like I needed to mention it in this video. And then the second palette is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I used this in one of my last tutorials. It's when I try all that new makeup. This palette is amazing. I've only used it a couple times since that video, but it is really beautiful and so easy to use. ABH eyeshadows, especially their single eyeshadows, but their palettes are one of my favorite eyeshadows. They're just so easy to use, so blendable. Every single color is just really nice. I know there was that whole like controversy over the Subculture palette. I never tried that palette. I wish I would have. I probably should order it and try it out so I know what everyone's talking about, but I have all of their other palettes, and their Norvina palette is coming to me right now. I think it's actually at my mom's house, so that will be my next video, trying that palette out. But all of their eyeshadows have always worked for me. I've never really had an issue with them, especially this palette and their Modern Renaissance palette. They're just so beautiful, and this is a really good like everyday go-to eyeshadow palette because it has a lot of neutrals but a lot of like foiled shadows where you can play up your makeup look. All right, and that's it for eyeshadows. Those are really the only palettes that I'm like going crazy for right now. Next, I wanted to talk about like glittery stuff. I always rave about these Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadows, and I know that those are pretty expensive and not a lot of people want to spend the money to do that or to buy them, but I think that these are really great alternatives. These are the BH Cosmetics eye lights, and they come in a whole bunch of different colors. They came with the Festival collection, and they're so good. They work just like the Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadows, and also the ColourPop Supernova shadows are just as good as well, and those both products are way less expensive than the Stila Magnificent Metals or the Cover FX ones. You know, there are a lot of really great alternatives, like affordable alternatives to those high-end products. And you guys know that I love liquid glitter eyeshadows. I've been using them a lot lately in tutorials, and I just felt like I needed to tell you guys about an affordable option for those because it can get a little bit overwhelming when, you know, someone's only recommending really high-end stuff. I know that those Stila eyeshadows are super popular and really like every single YouTuber uses them. So it's good to know that there are a lot of other brands out there that sell the same type of product. Okay, and I believe I have mentioned this in quite a few videos before, but I felt like I just needed to mention it again. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. And now that my eyebrows are microbladed, I have only been using this to set my brow hairs in place, and that's it. Like, I really haven't been wearing much makeup lately now that I have my lash extensions and my eyebrows. During the day when I'm not really out doing anything, I will just set my brow hairs with this and call it good, maybe put on some highlighter, and it's just a really great product. It's literally super glue. Like, before I got my extensions, I would put this clear brow gel on my eyelashes and then curl them, and they would stay up all day. Like, as long as I didn't wash my face, they would stay up. And I have really, really straight eyelashes. For those of you who have straight eyelashes as well, this is a really good product if you want to coat your lashes and then curl them, and they will stay up all day. All right, and another like favorite, I guess I've mentioned this many times before, but then I kind of forgot about it when I ran out of the product, and then I purchased it again. This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I have been using this every single day. I will put on my moisturizer and then put this on. It is the most beautiful thing. It makes your skin look so good. You guys know that I love illuminating primers. I love things that make my skin look glowy and kind of like shine in the sunlight, but a lot of illuminating primers have sparkles in them and like glitter almost, and it's really hard to find illuminating primers that don't do that and they just add like a nice glow. This is one of the best ones. It is pretty expensive, but it lasts a really long time. There's a lot of product in here and you don't really need a lot. Like, a little bit goes a long ways. But if you're looking for something to splurge on that makes your skin look so good, I really, really recommend this. It is one of my favorite products. All right, and I kind of wanted to mention this. It's not really a product, it's actually a brush. I wanted to talk about this for a second. I've been using this brush like crazy lately. This is the Hourglass double-ended like powder and highlight blush. I don't know the exact name. I'll look it up online and put it in the description box, but this is a really expensive brush. I think it's about $60 or maybe $70. I don't know, I need to look it up. It is very expensive and I have been using it a lot lately, so I think that I need to stop using it so much in my videos, but this is my favorite brush right now. I have only been using this brush for my face, like all my face makeup. I use this side for a powder bronzer, and then I'll use this side for blush sometimes I'll use this side too, but then I'll use this side for highlight. It is the softest brush. It is so good. It makes your makeup blend out so well, and I kind of think that it's worth it. Like, it's worth it if you're wanting a high-end brush because it is double-ended and it's like a great travel brush, because it's the only one that you'll need for your face. But it is very expensive. But then again, I do use a lot of affordable brushes. Like, the LA Girl brush set is amazing. BH Cosmetics has so many great brush sets that I use all the time. You know, you don't have to splurge on an expensive brush like this. And I've seen a couple people talk about how, you know, this brush is too expensive for them and they don't want to see this only in videos anymore, you know, which I understand. But I felt like I just had to mention this brush really quick because I have seen a couple comments about it, and you know, there are so many other great affordable brushes out there, like I said, but this one has been my all-time favorite lately. All right, and I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but a lot of brands have been coming out with new concealers. Tarte came out with their creaseless concealer in a tube. Too Faced came out with their Born This Way concealer. Pretty sure It Cosmetics came out with a new one. There's just a lot of different brands have come out with new concealers, but my current favorite new concealer is the Nabla Cosmetics Close Up Stay Full Zoom Concealer. This is very, very similar to the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, but it's a little less heavy and like a little less full coverage. It kind of feels a little bit more liquidy, I guess. So if you're wanting something lighter than the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, like if you love the Tarte Shape Tape, but you're wanting something a little bit less crazy, like just for everyday use, this stuff is great. Like, I've been using it like crazy every single day. I just love Nabla Cosmetics. Like I've mentioned in every single video the last few months or whatever, I just love them. They have the best stuff, and their concealer, they really, really did a great job. And they also came out with a really great full coverage or full color range of concealers, so I really appreciate that. And then another Nabla Cosmetics product I wanted to talk about, this is their Close-Up Baking Setting Powder. You guys know that I'm very, very picky about my setting powders, especially loose setting powders. It's kind of hard to describe if you aren't picky about your powders as well, but I like my loose setting powders to be heavy, like baking flour, like actual flour that you put into food. If you know that texture, like really heavy, kind of dense. There are some powders, for example, the NYX HD Loose Powder, that are super, super fine, and when you open the lid, they like blow up everywhere. Those powders I hate, and a lot of setting powders are like that, so it's kind of hard to find powders that I really like. I feel like really fine powders like that leave kind of a film over your concealer. Really the only powder that is really fine like that I've found that works is the e.l.f. HD powder, and it's one of the only powders that's super fine that doesn't have flashback. But pretty much all of them have flashback or have that weird film over the face. But I just wanted to mention this powder because it is one of the few powders that is the texture that I like. There is this one, Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder, which is my favorite one, the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder, and before I went cruelty-free, there was the Laura Mercier Setting Powder, and those are pretty much the only ones that I have found that I really, really love, but obviously I don't use the Laura Mercier one anymore, so I really only have like 3 good powders that I use. I don't know, if you guys know what I'm talking about the texture thing, and you're kind of the same way, let me know if you know any other powders that are like that I should try out that are cruelty-free. I would love to try out new powders because I hate being stuck with like only a few that I can use in tutorials, but it's nice to have found another one. All right, and last product that I'm going to be talking about, this is the Becca Cosmetics Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this is in Pearl. I have used Becca's Shimmering Skin Perfector highlighters, whatever, for a long time, but I haven't used Pearl before, and Pearl is their lightest one, I believe. Obviously, it's literally white, but it's really, really good when I don't have self-tan on, and this is just a really, really good blinding highlight for you pale people out there. All right, and that is pretty much it. That's covering all the products that I am like crazy about right now. I just really wanted to cover my skincare routine because a lot of you have had questions about it, and I just kind of wanted to update you guys about the products that I'm using and how they're working for me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys love this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys.